but this is actually quite the rematch. The two fought initially in the first stage of the brackets. Both were knocked out on down to the losers bracket on two separate occasions. Gollop actually ended up winning out over Dyceron due to some really just came down to routing. Both players executed brilliantly. And Gollop, next match later, got sent down to the losers bracket by you.
Mm-hmm. Wasn't easy by any stretch, that's for sure.
Indeed. Now, we have no special settings for the tournament today, so we are going to... Oh, there's the sound. We are going to begin with a trek through the hive chambers in practically perfect synchronization here. Now, Jagger, what are you looking to see in the seed tonight in particular? Anything particularly trolly, all bosses, boost ball on a Morbus, anything of that nature?
I would like it to not be so much of a jet seed. Like I feel like Dyceron would do well with a jet seed. Gollop would do decently, but I think Dyceron has the much more any percent experience, well, speedrunning experience in general, whereas Gollop is more familiar with the ways Rando can place items. So something a little bit spicy but not too spicy would make for a very close match.
Ooh, I like the way this is going. We do have, it looks like only Dyceron is going to go for the industrial site skip here.
Yeah, Dyceron gets it fairly quickly, but you'll notice with the length that he has to wait for the cutscene, he's going to be just about even with Gollop, because Gollop opted to skip the trick entirely.
Yeah, they're still going to be reaching the door at just about the same time. Yeah, let these first 2 minutes serve as a testament to how good both of these runners are. You know, actually, it's funny. Chica has only reared her ugly head once this entire bracket stages.
Really?
I'm actually surprised it's not more.
I know I had Chica required. I thought there was one early on. Gollop doing a test jump. Was that... He didn't check the item, did he?
I think... I know I saw it on Dyceron's screen, but I believe it was Light Beam.
Okay.
Which, Light Beam against Splinters is actually quite a useful tool.
It is. Yeah. So even with taking a few tries, I think Gollop's gonna basically... I think he is still gonna save time with the time Light Beam saves.
Yeah, Light Beam does 40 damage against creatures of the Dark World, while Power Beam plus Missile is required for the Alpha Splinters. I think it's the Fire DOT that does the extra damage. Dyceron nailing the Duke jump, however. And we are blessed with some early Seekers today.
And Gollop jumping up there to find that it's not Power Bombs in the glass. And obviously it's not Light Beam either.
Yeah, Power Bomb and Light Beam are the only two things... Well, the keys also glow through the communications area.
Okay.
Just barely, especially red keys. But yeah, Power Bombs glow like a Christmas tree, so if there are Power Bombs anywhere, we'll know of them.
Very clean dashes from Dyceron to skip a short puzzle and great Sacred Bridge?
Sacred Path.
Sacred Path.
Sacred Bridge is, I want to say Torvis.
Okay. There's great.
Oh no,
bridge
it is. It is. You're right. This is Sacred Bridge here.
It's Great Bridge, Sacred Path, Forgotten Bridge. There's a lot of bridges and paths.
Yep.
Of
But at least they don't have all ruined in their name.
Yeah.
No disrespect to your Prime 1 fans. We like both Randos.
Ooh. So, Dyceron was hoping to not get missile drops until the end, but that worked out to get 2 missile drops instead. It's just the thing. Basically, you want to run out of missiles. That's why he was targeting Splinters multiple times with some of those shots. Still works out for him. He's going to have 5 missiles for the start of, or 10 missiles for the start of the Dark Alpha Splinter fight, at which point he can start charging the missiles before the fight even starts.
Yeah, Dark Alpha Splinter has a good chunk of HP, so it's gonna take a lot of missiles to put him down. Not sure what that was there in Transport A access.
Didn't quite catch that.
I want to say it was an energy tank, but let me check the... Actually, my playback's not loaded. I should probably load that up. And we get pre-Umos Violet.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I usually like to face the violet gate right away when I'm collecting the item, just in case it's violet. But then again, you have to turn around if it's not violet.
Yeah, we're gonna see Gollop make up some...
Ooh. Okay. He didn't quite get the charge, but that's fine. Still pretty quick work with the regular shots other than light.
Yeah, Gollop gonna get some time back as well. Getting our first hint that Amorphous is dead. Well, half dead. We still gotta see Mining Plaza.
Yeah. It could always be Sky Temple Key and Mining Plaza with the Red Temple Key on Chica.
Yep.
Definitely possible. Not salty at all.
And let's see what we got here up in Transport BXS. Looks like missiles.
We'll see if Dyceron goes for this test jump, knowing the light beam is right here.
I think more likely he's going to check Storage Cavern B first and hope that it's bombs or space jumps to save him the trouble. Which is fair. Usually bombs and space jump tend to show up pretty early.
Interesting. He's going for light beam right away.
Dyceron making a bit of a liar out of me, which I'm used to that. So
It would be real embarrassing if there were bombs or space jump in the Storage Cavern.
the way we're going, looks like Gollop actually is going to be the first one to find out.
It's about fifth try. It's about the same try as Gollop.
Yeah, both runners didn't take too long on the test jump. We're good. Yeah, yeah.
Jeez.
And he just looks at it for a second.
All right.
Yeah, I know space jump or bombs tend to get placed usually pretty early. It's very unlikely you'll go all the way through a good chunk of Aegon without both. Possible, but unlikely, especially with these settings.
There are some pretty rare occasions where you get space jump in Storage B, I believe?
Yes, that happened my very first seed. And boy, was it not friendly. Missiles
So
at
with
the
these, yeah, with these tournament settings, we get a no tricks difficulty, so you won't be required to do anything fancy in order to complete a seed. You won't even need to know the different weapons that can break things. And just like as long as you can scan it and see, oh, this can break with power bombs, and you're gonna need power bombs to break it.
Indeed. We do have, we did get a hint from Gollop there that there is a translator, a French vanilla translator, at least, in the energy controller. I have no idea what that is in Mining Plaza.
Real hard to say. I want to say beam ammo, but you can never tell the difference between that and a major item.
Yeah, let me see what my playback has to say for it, so that's slightly better resolution. Yeah, I'm still not quite sure what that was.
You have to get a real close look at it. That would be why Gollop double-checked it. The temple key up in Mining Station A.
Interesting. That red key could be important later. Dyceron trying to go for the triple kill here.
Would have been fancy. I don't know if he could afford all these shenanigans.
Yeah, I do appreciate my occasional fanciness in a randomizers, but especially in this case, there is quite a lot at stake here, as this is, again, both runners are fighting for their lives in the tournament here.
Oh, I was looking at the wrong side. I guess Gollop already got that item. Multiple
Uh,
bomb required, right?
Yep, so they have a way out of Bomb Guardian. They can go to Dark Aegon right now if they really wanted to.
Okay, he's checking. Dyceron's checking mining station access, whereas Gollop's going right to Bomb Guardian. It's interesting. If he finds, okay, it's just an energy tank. If it was power bombs or something, that would make this fight considerably faster.
Yeah, power bombs or super missiles, really.
Mm-hmm.
And Bomb Guardian not charging Gollop right away, as he typically does in my experience. And without any particularly useful weapons, 5 Seekers is not going to quite do the 1 cycle, so Gollop's just going to handle this the old-fashioned way and do the 2 cycle, nails it perfectly. Dyceron having a little fun with us here, and going into the energy controller. The controller access, I should say. And, ooh, we have Amber Translator on Bomb Guardian, which means the translator in the energy controller is a different translator. Ooh, that shotgun light shot from Dyceron not quite hitting every tick.
Little fancy footwork from Dyceron. Keeping behind that tail.
And the Aegon energy controller hint is for Light Beam. Thanks, game.
Great.
But yeah, we've got early translators, so we should be seeing, I would imagine, seeing quite a few plays for hints this time around. Hints can be one of the more valuable assets in getting a leg up on the seed. Especially if one of them decides to get to go to Torvis early.
So they have Light Beam, they have access to Storage C, but not a way to get out quite yet. Although Dyceron may opt to do it anyway. Because you can get it without a bounds and get out.
Indeed.
Tricky, but it's doable.
Well, Storage C is the super adult lock. Storage D is the Storage D is the Dark Beam. And we see Gollop show us it's an Inghive key up there. So we also learned that Quadraxis is guarding a missile tank, so Quad is also half dead now. We could see, there's a couple of options on the table. We could see an early Labs dip. Gollop, on the other hand, is heading back.
Getting the hint, at least.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Back. A charge combo is in Dark Aegon Wastes. That could be very important, as charge combo super missiles do fall under that category. It's actually a pretty good hint. I'm actually surprised it didn't influence Gollop's decision to stay in Aegon.
Yeah, I don't think he's saved there either. So he's going to refill his ammo here. He's going to save here as well.
I think he wants to go for rush DMT first and see how that plays out. Looks like Dyceron is actually following suit here.
Very interesting. Neither of them going for Jump Guardian. I like to do Jump Guardian before the second trip to Temple Grounds, but I find I rarely actually go to GFMC on the second trip anyway.
Yeah, especially now they don't even have a way to get in there without power bombs or screw attack. Dark Visor could also get them there, but looks like DMT did not have anything of note. Dyceron's actually going back the other way and checking Hive Chamber B instead.
This is interesting.
So we're going to get a simultaneous Hive Chamber B check, but it is just Dark Ammo. So the Hive Chambers were not, did not give anybody any extra legs up. Dyceron showing us that you can, in fact, walk all the way back around to Dark Missile Trooper.
Yeah, on random starting locations, this could be required potentially.
Ooh. So our runners kind of high-fived a little bit, and now they are back in Temple Grounds. Gollop is electing to go... oh, you know what it might be? There might have been something important in Transport A access. I think that is what Gollop is going for right now. Emerald Translator does put this in logic. I didn't get a good look at what it was before, but it... actually, the fact that I didn't get a good look at it means that it might be Dark Beam. Which, if that is the case, then I can understand completely our runners going back for this, because Dark Beam opens up quite a considerable chunk of labs. Not to mention is needed to get out of Storage D, as you mentioned earlier.
I think what Dyceron was hoping for was something to deal with Dark Missile Trooper faster. Unfortunately, he did wind up having to resort to Light Beam and a combination of missiles as well. You can fire missiles without interrupting the cooldown of the Light Beam, so you can basically shoot them both simultaneously.
Yeah, missiles with beams are actually quite an impressive combo, and indeed, as I had thought, there is Dark Beam in Transport A access. So yeah, now I completely understand the reasoning our runners went back here, because again, you really don't want to be going through the majority of Aegon without Dark Beam. It now puts Incash 4 into play as well, and Battleground, and the entire Dark Labs, which is good, because we do know there is a charge combo in Dark Aegon, which very well could be supers.
Dyceron going for communication area as well. Might as well.
Yeah, this is not a bad play. Especially since you might not be back in this direction again until you get power bombs. And if this is in fact a cheeseburger, he can even check Dynamo Chamber while he's at it.
Cobalt. Okay. It's something.
Fascinating. 17 and a half minutes, all translators.
Yeah. Not immediately useful, but once they do get to Sanctuary Fortress, they will have some good info. Good intel on the rest of the seed.
Indeed, yeah. The combination of all 4 translators grants a grand total of it is 22 hints. 5 Violet, 5 Amber, and 6 each for Emerald and Cobalt. And now Dyceron's going to go back for Dark Beam. Gollop's leaving Cobalt Translator behind, but for now Cobalt Translator is probably nowhere near close on his to think about list. Although, to be fair, the only thing that is keeping us out of Sanctuary for the time being, at least the ability to check Hazing Cliff, is another energy tank by this game, by our settings damage tables, and B, main power bombs, technically by logic. But to these runners, and they will demonstrate this, especially as we really get into the deep core of the seed, that logic is merely a suggestion.
Logic can tell you where items could possibly be, but as far as getting the items, you don't need no logic. And
Gollop is showing us that there was something that isn't normally in Prime 2 in Underground Tunnel. Underground Tunnel is actually quite an easy, quite a free location once we have Emerald Translator and Torvus access. In fact, we're only looking for literally Boost Ball, and we could get that item. Now, the joke hints, the joke items, I should say, refer to any non-expansion item. They could be either a major upgrade, perhaps a visor, or a red or Sky Temple key, but they cannot be expansions. Oh, that's a interesting hint. There's a major upgrade on Chica.
That is not a hint Dyceron wanted to see.
Indeed, although a major upgrade does not necessarily refer to a required item. it should be noted. A major upgrade basically qualifies as anything you see on our tracker that is not a key.
Mm-hmm. It could be gravity boost, dark visor, echo visor. Could be annihilator beam.
Indeed, an Annihilator would present a lot of interesting questions because all the Annihilator beam checks are quite late in the game, and not particularly convenient locations usually need to be paired with an additional item. Seekers
Could be a light
demonstrating.
suit as well.
Very true. We're getting an early Hall of Honor dead check from Dyceron, but it didn't look important, so he's noping right on out. That, however, is a Sky Temple key in Crossroads, so we will need to come back for that with Boost Ball later down the road. Alternatively, our runners could do a pretty fancy bomb space jump to get it as well.
Oh yeah, it's real fancy without screw attack especially. That's a tough one.
And we see Dyceron check the accursed, or the Defiled Shrine hint, excuse me, and Defiled Shrine is not important either. So while Dyceron not really finding any particularly useful items here in Temple Grounds, has found some potentially significant information depending on what Chica actually has. One of the things Chica could have, for example, that would require it one way or the other is Screw Attack.
Mm-hmm.
As there is absolutely no way to climb Sky Temple without it. That would be Sunburst there in the junction site, which does satisfy the charge combo hint.
It's unfortunate that basically cancels out a hint. Now, we could still have super missiles in Dark Aegon. We just don't know for sure yet.
Indeed. Gollop selecting to check Trial Tunnel here before fighting Jump Guardian. This is not a bad idea, especially if this has something like extra light ammo. Super missiles would be the most ideal, because then you can just squeeze in Warrior's Walk. Spider Ball wouldn't be too bad either, but it is a vanilla Aegon key.
French vanilla. I think that's key 1? I believe that's key
Probably.
1.
An Aegon key in the Dark Aegon, and it's one of its 3 vanilla locations.
Down
Gollop
to
going.
less than 20 health is exactly where Gollop wants to be right now.
Yeah, Gollop I know likes to, in particular I know likes to really play Daredevil when it comes to stuff like this. But yeah, not to string you folks along here. The Jump Guardian is actually coding is loaded. His hitbox is there, but his graphic model is not. So Gollop's just going to go ahead and pump the equivalent of about 1100 damage into Jump Guardian while he's there, and he'll appear with all the damage he's taken down to 1 hit point minimum. Unfortunately, it wasn't quite insta-kill, and down he goes.
We'll probably be seeing Dyceron squeezing in missiles in between shots. You could shoot a missile every other light shot, or every third dark shot. For free, basically.
Indeed. Yeah, Dark Beam plus Missile I find is also a good combo for quickly taking out Space Pirates, as they have about 60 HP, I want to say.
Yep.
And Dark Beam does 30 damage along with a missile. So, to Light World creatures specifically, I should stress. Nice health refill. So we're going to have a yet another high five here. As one runner leaves Dark Aegon, another enters. So with our current equipment, it does seem like Labs is our next stop. The only question is, which direction do our runners want to go in? Do they want to go in the vent area A route, or do they want to go in the front door?
I'm not sure which one I would prefer. Well, they don't have power bombs, so I guess I would take the front door, or hope to find power bombs, and then do Mining Station B area.
That's not a bad option. And since they don't have power bombs, Dark Samus 1 will be somewhat of an annoyance to our runners. The one thing they would really like to see is Annihilator Beam. As that, on top of power bombs instantly, bugs being bugs. While power bombs do insta-kill Dark Samus 1, in the absence of them, Annihilator Beam still does 5 times normal damage. And normally that's 12. Yeah, it is. And 12 times 5 is quite a lot of damage. I believe Dark Samus 1 only has about 600 HP.
Something like that. And dies in 9 shots.
Gollop electing to go the temple way in and checking Mineshaft first. Just an energy tank in the shaft. He'll pass up on that for now. He's already demonstrated he has no problem playing Daredevil as it stands.
It's probably like 500 HP.
Something like that.
Of course, in the Rando Discord, there is a link to the damage table in the resources. We're just too lazy to look it up. I know I am, at least.
Actually, it might not be a bad idea to punch those up real quick. Oh yeah, by the way, you can shoot the missile force field while the cutscene is the Dead Jump Guardian cutscene is being performed. Didn't look like there was much in Storage D, so Gollop's actually going to skip out on Dark Samus for the time being and actually go around doing laps from the front.
I like it. You're going to wind up at Dark Samus when you come out of the Dark Portal anyway.
Indeed. We see that it was just some missiles in Command Center, and Dark Ammo in Storage D, so yeah, Gollop decided it's not worth the trouble. It actually would be easier in Gollop's case, in both runners' case, to pass up that ammo tank until after Dark Samus is defeated, as picking up that item in Storage D does force reload the room to change the layer to the one that makes the reactor core, main reactor rather, item visible. Sorry, there's a lot of reactors in this game. First off for Gollop is going to be in cache 1 here. Check Vanilla Light. Get a little bullied by Night Barbs, and picks up a cheeseburger.
And then wait 5 seconds for the worm to reload.
Yeah, just like Storage D, this room also changes layers to remove the Night Barbs, and so that the text can pop up to explain the beam ammo tutorial.
So that is going to give Gollop access to Storage A, although not logical access.
Yeah, by the game logic expects you to have main power bombs before being able to use regular power bombs. Oh, hey, supers!
Nice.
So there were 2 combos in Dark Aegon.
There we go.
Kind of alluding to what you were saying earlier, how it could still happen. Watch this be Dark Burst.
Sonic Boom in the ink cache. Looks like Dark Ammo.
Yeah, but looks like Gollop is going to try and route this in with a Warrior's Walk check. Quite a gutsy play given his health.
Yeah, that's true. This is going to be a bit tight.
Yeah, and he's got no boost ball. Here.
You could walk through there, but you take probably not quite twice as much damage, but a lot more damage. The Sky Temple key is tempting, but he doesn't want to go for it with under a tank.
Yeah, without boost ball, or with boost ball rather, it still takes about 60 energy, so he wants a quick refill here outside before doing that. And the light field shrinks right as he gets to it. They only have an uptime of
about where he started.
Yeah, the light field only has an uptime of about 15 seconds on Power Beam and 30 with the other 2.
Unfortunately, that Inglet is never going to drop anything.
Bummer.
It's not quite every room, but most rooms I find you have to kill at least 2 enemies to get a refill.
Indeed. I know Ventilation Area A is a good example. Gollop really needs to pray on good luck here. Okay. Yeah,
80%
if you're...
chance.
Yeah, when you're... As Jagger was just saying, yeah, 80% chance to get a gold health drop if you're below 20% HP. Dyceron checking Mining Station B for us here discovers that I think it's... Aegon Keys and Path of Roots.
Unfortunately, it doesn't have the power bomb that Gullop got from the Dark World, so you can't check Storage B. Or Storage A.
Indeed. I don't think it was... Yeah, I don't think it was anything important in Mining Station B. I do believe it was just a dark ammo tank. If you can believe it... If you can believe it, with our current equipment, we could potentially already check Sky Temple hints. However, with our current energy setup and no dark suit, that is highly unlikely.
Possible, but don't. Just don't.
Yeah, it is definitely possible. I've done it with 2 energy tanks, but you have to stay put for a bit in the light fields if you want to come out with those hints.
It would be faster just to explore the rest of the world and find an E-tank and then come back.
Indeed, there are 14 E-tanks in the game. Gollop is going to make a play to early Torvis here. Oh, we see that the power bombs are in temple access, which is perfectly in logic with our current equipment. And we already know of 2 other items in... we already know of an Aegon Key and a non-expansion in Torvis as well, which we could reach as well. So yeah, Torvis is actually considerably wide open. At least Upper Torvis is.
Sky Temple Key in Wind Chamber?
It sure was.
Nothing right on that immediately. You need either boost or screw attack to get it. Logically, you would need boost.
Indeed. Yeah, there is a 3 BSJ into a screw attack that you can do as well, but yeah, that's really, really tough. Although I'd imagine if given the chance, both of our runners would try and go for that.
Mm-hmm. It saves so much time that it's worth trying over and over and over.
Dyceron, meanwhile, has taken down Dark Samus without the aid of power bombs and has reloaded main reactor. Not going to check the item.
Interesting.
Although he doesn't have...
passed it on the way.
Indeed.
What doesn't he have?
He doesn't have Spider Ball or Boost Ball or... Okay. Another charge combo in Poison Bog, but that's most likely not getting picked up. That's Dark Burst or Sonic Boom.
That's real good info when you already have Subers. You'll never need that item.
Oh, that's a key. But it's the other Aegon key, so Gravity Boost is...
Side by side.
Pretty much. Gravity Boost is all that's needed to put a Morbus in play. And a Grapple, actually.
I think Morbus is dead, unless that was more than a ammo expansion in Mining Plaza.
Again, we're still not sure what that is. The nice thing about having Emerald Translator here is there's a lot of hints here in Torvis for Gollop to get. Torvis Temple has a movement system. Interesting.
It could be one of 3 items at this point. It could be Space Jump, but they already have it. It could be Grapple, Gravity Boost, or Screw Attack.
Yeah, the one, honestly, any of those would be nice right about now. Dyceron getting grabbed by a Metroid during the cutscene, as is typical bioenergy production tradition. Prepare for take 2.
Yeah, Grapple would be kind of nice. Gravity Boost would be a little nicer, and Screw Attack would be huge.
Yeah, more than likely, I would actually not be surprised if it's Gravity Boost at this point, because that opens up Lower Torvis as well. We actually, there is a lot we can check right now. even without gravity boost. There's a good few items we can get in Lower Torvis. Certainly a lot of intel.
Looks like Sonic Boom in abandoned worksite.
I need to take one quick. We'll see it again in a second, anyway. Bioenergy production itself having another power bomb tank.
Well, Gollop's not interested. I'm pretty sure it's Sonic Boom.
Well, at least that satisfies where all of our charge combos are hiding. Okay, what is with all the dark ammo tanks? Can I ask that? I think we've now found 4 out of the 8 dark ammo tanks this seed.
Wow.
The item in Forgotten Bridge was missiles. It wasn't anything important. Alright, so Gollop is probably going to leave those power bombs behind for now. Because power bombs don't really do you that many favors here in the Torvis Temple. The movement system...
Get that on the way out.
And the movement system in... Fortunately, I actually still don't have the best angle yet at the movement system.
Oh. A bit late on that shot. Unfortunately, misses the stupid missile.
Ooh, Dyceron going to show us Central Mining Station here. And I think that was Screw Attack.
Ooh.
Because I saw orange glows. And meanwhile, Central Mining Station has an energy tank.
Wow. That is a movement system you really want.
That is a very nice early Screw Attack for Gollop.
Dyceron being very particular about making sure to use his secret missiles.
Yeah, unfortunately, the pirates dashing around about as much as Samus would on a regular day, not helping. And we see that there is a Torvis key in Cache A, and that key is available. So that may be an interesting key to find for Gollop, considering that we do know there is a major upgrade on Chica. Although, considering we just found Screw Attack, there's not a lot of major... Well, actually, ball upgrades could still be important. And there's your main power bombs for Gollop. That actually, it's really more for now an offensive firepower boost, if nothing else. It opens up Storage A, but it really doesn't allow... It doesn't open up that much else besides also another way to Sanctuary. That also looks important. There's Grapple.
Almost. It's almost important.
Actually, yeah, we have Screw.
A few rooms.
Yeah, I actually just realized we just got Screw, so...
There are a few rooms where it legitimately does save gravity boost. Okay.
That's interesting.
You may not need that at all. It basically is hard required for 2 items unless you go out of bounds.
Yeah, those 2 items being Transit Tunnel South, Transit Tunnel East I think also needs it,
yes.
And Hydro Chamber Storage as well. Well, actually no, you can get out with Spider Ball if you have it.
You would have to fight
Alpha Blog, yeah.
Alpha Blog.
Which I'm not even sure if the logic expects you to do that gravity boostless. But there's Dark Visor in Torvis Grove. Gollop is finding quite literally everything.
Lucky bonk there.
Nice.
To get onto the platform.
Well, Gollop's routing has been playing very much in his favor with this early Torvis play.
For sure. I think Alpha Blog could be required gravityless. I think on no tricks. I'm not sure. I'd have to check.
Chat's saying They don't think grab needs grab is. They think grab is required.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say with that gravity boost intelligence, it might not be a bad idea to push for Sky Temple key hints early to know if you need it. Unfortunately, Gollop trying to get some missiles, and RNG not cooperating until now.
There we go.
I don't believe we've seen the Dark Oasis hint yet, either from Dyceron when he went to...
He just went straight to the sand processing.
Yeah, we're probably actually going to see it right now. He's probably going to check the main reactor item, check the key bearer, and then...
Because you need Powerbomb Guardian defeated to get Dark Oasis. And
Fair
it's
enough.
Just a missile, I think, in the glass.
Yeah, that's definitely not important at this point.
Right. Gollop really not missing out on much there.
So it looks like Gollop's first port of call is actually this early lower Torvis dip is quite interesting, and it does yield an energy tank, which is good news. This is definitely going to be an interest. I definitely do want to ask Gollop what convinced him to go to Torvis so early, especially with super missiles. Actually, no ball upgrades. I can actually understand this, but even still.
Sure.
Yeah.
I guess the main powerbomb hint maybe, because that would be required to get logical access to Sanctuary from Aegon's side. So this was kind of the next big play, the next densest location he could have checked.
Yeah, indeed. The remaining checks in Aegon at this point are actually quite scattered. Now that you say that, gonna get the battleground in cash in check, and it's a suit.
Okay. No dark visor yet, but that's good intel.
That's good news for Gollop when he gets back there, because I don't believe Gollop... Actually, no, Gollop checked Battleground already.
Well, he checked the item in the bubble, but he didn't do a central mining station, I believe.
No, he didn't.
So he doesn't know there's a suit there.
Yeah, but if when he does go back there, he'll be able to pick it up right away.
That could potentially come back to bite him if he never winds up going back there and never feels the need to.
Yeah, the one thing that might incentivize him heading in that direction is in cache 2, perhaps.
Maybe.
Because Annihilator Beam is all we're looking for to put that into play.
For one location, though, I think Gollop's probably one to play the odds and go to more rich locations first.
Indeed. I'm surprised Gollop is not going for he might be going for... Yeah, I'm surprised Gollop's not going for Cache here.
Gollop is going to survive this trip and back up into the safes. You have to be a bit to the right there. He is not going to die here.
I hope not. He's got to make sure to not accidentally trigger that hunt. Oh, he triggered the Hunter Ring. He really needs to pop that light field.
Okay, I heard the warrior ing, the hunter ing die there.
Yeah, me too.
He's safe. Powerbomb and temple access. Hint for Dyceron. He's going straight.
Yeah, that was scary.
After grinding chamber, but yeah.
Yeah, luckily a Huntering Hug doesn't take that much damage.
Yeah. That's supposed to possess you if you're not in a safe zone, right?
I don't think
Or
for Huntering, no. I think only Warrioring can do that.
Oh, okay.
Another cheeseburger and Cash B here. Gollop may also be willingly passing up on that Torvis key, hoping that he never needs gravity boost. He's going to take another health refill here at the save station.
Could be a save warp, maybe. Yep, save warp.
Yeah, he's just
here now.
Yeah, he's just going right away out of Cache. He's just noping out specifically on Cache, just not getting that key. He might be... Oh, you know what he's going to do? He's going to check his SDK hints. And if it turns out gravity boost is required, he's going to go back for the key.
Yeah, he did just save before getting the Cash B.
That's not a bad idea, actually.
Did he just save again?
Touch
that.
No, he didn't save again. The underground tunnel hint was referring to an unknown item that was a non-expansion, so they both know it's there.
Turned out just to be grapple beam.
Yeah, at this point, grapple does not open up anything that screw attack doesn't already. Hopefully Gollop will give us another preferably better look at Mining Plaza.
You know, I was thinking lower Torvis would be a decent option, a decent next play, but without Spider Ball, it's a little more limiting without gravity boost.
Yeah, we can actually. Yeah, actually, that is something we should note. Yeah, this is quite interesting that we see all this Torvis progression here, but no ball upgrades. Almost 50 minutes in.
It's true. 17 minutes in, we had all translators.
Yeah.
47 minutes in, no balls.
30 minutes in, we had knowledge of all super combos. And I do believe this is a Sand Canyon play here. And this actually works out well, because this is going to allow Gollop to run to Sand Canyon, and he's going to at least be able to go to Sanctuary Spider side. Probably going to check main reactor while he's at it.
So we still need at least Spider Ball for Go mode. We may need a suit or two. I mean, we may need a bunch of things, but we won't know until we get those Sky Temple key hints. I think Gollop's putting off Sky Temple key hints until he has more keys.
That makes a lot of sense, because that does reduce the amount of time it takes to scan hints, and especially on various suits, scanning all the key hints with only without Dark Suit is quite sketchy. 3 E-Tanks does help, though. Alright, now Gollop is going to go Powerbomb Dark Samus into Oblivion.
I would say it's like 20 health or so for each hint.
Something along that line. Bye, Dark Samus. Yeah, so now Gollop's going to do the rest of this lab's play here. And unlike Dyceron, he will be able to check Storage C.
I think that's pretty good news for Dyceron as well. Lower Torvis is real easy access for him. Dark Visor here in Torvis Grove, yeah. I missed that the first time around.
Yeah. And Dyceron is deciding not to go, actually, he can't really fight, actually, I do believe you can get out of, Boost Guardian's room with, Screw Attack, but if Boost Ball's not in there, you're soft locked anyway, because you still need to get out of the tunnel
Well, you could BSJ out. You could also roll across. There's a way to crumble the crumble blocks and then roll across them as they're respawning. Because during the respawn animation, they're just completely solid. They won't crumble again.
Yeah, very strange property they have.
So in normal logic, you could be required to do Boost Guardian and Escape without Boost.
Yikes.
It's actually not so bad.
And storage sees just another cheeseburger. So 2 cheeseburgers right next to each other here. So Gollop is definitely pretty full. Ooh, interesting. Dyceron is actually going to BSJ screw attack into the transport center portal here to try and skip Boost Ball.
What was in Crossroads?
Sky Temple Key.
Okay.
I can understand wanting to skip this now.
This is also swag, so it's good in general. Okay. Just staying on the small fall slot is harder than the BSJ up top.
Yeah, definitely good demonstration of trick capabilities from Dyceron here. Unfortunately, it is costing. I do notice one thing about all these tricks he is doing is it is costing a lot of time.
It tends to happen. You really have to weigh the risk reward of knowing about tricks. Like, you can do these tricks. You can eventually do these tricks. Sometimes it'll take like a minute, sometimes it'll take like an hour.
Yeah, I only just recently learned how to do BSJs like less than a month ago, so... Yeah, I can test these tricks are not easy. Alright,
Crossroads is something I was working on for a while, trying to get consistent enough to do in races. It took like, I don't know, like several seeds worth, like a week or two, to get comfortable enough without. Well, I'm still not entirely comfortable without screw attack, but with screw attack, it's not so bad anymore. It just took that long to figure it out. Get the muscle memory.
With the knowledge that he has, Dyceron is actually going to go ahead and pick up Dark Suit.
Yeah. This will give him access to Plane of Dark Warship.
Wow,
Nice.
He got really lucky there with the invisible platforms.
Good platforms.
Recording to logbook.
So this is a good opportunity for Dyceron to go to Sanctuary now.
Good opportunity to go to Sanctuary. Good opportunity to check Sky Temple key hints.
Sure. Yeah.
Let's see what Gollop decides to do here. Looks like he's save warping once again. Excuse me for a second.
So personally, once I find Spider Ball in this situation, I would just save as soon as I could and then warp immediately back to ship and go check Sky Temple hints and just see what else is required, because I could potentially be in go mode at that point and just not know it yet. Dyceron going for the older method to get sand processing without boost ball.
Yeah, you demonstrated very soundly, by the way, the that BSJ trick, and boy, did that work out in your favor.
Mm-hmm. The old method, I feel, is significantly harder. I don't think I've... Here's an alternate method, just BSJing onto the turret behind you.
That is one I have not seen before.
I've heard
Ooh.
about it. I've never
Gollop.
practiced it.
Gotta stop you for a second. Gollop playing Daredevil once again, taking the 5 energy tanks he has and going for the Plane of Dark Warship Torvis key. Well, I only say Torv's key because it flashed up on screen, but he should make it out.
Yeah, he's got it.
Yeah, Screw Attack does give you an extra 70. Oh, Dyceron just found Annihilator Beam in Sand Processing.
Oh, wow.
So that is Boost Ball locked. Fascinating.
That's pretty big as well.
Yeah, Annihilator Beam, by itself, definitely does a few favors. It does a lot of favors in the Dark World, and especially against Ing. And there's another energy tank for Gollop. He is going to... I think he's going to go to GFMC now. Check the item on the ship. Pick up that Cobalt. Won't be able to do... Actually, yeah, won't be able to do Sanctuary Entrance without Boost Ball.
Recording to logbook.
So Boost Ball is logically required to get Annihilator Beam. It's interesting to know. Let's see if either Boost Ball or Annihilator wind up being required after all.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting one to piece together once once I have all the pieces to put in place here.
So far we know you did have to go to Torvis and then back to Aegon for a suit and probably other things. Power bombs, access power bomb locations, storage B to get to Sanctuary Elevator as well.
Yeah, and chat brought this up earlier. Oh, another suit is in Sank.
Interesting.
That's good. That's very good knowledge.
You may not need that battleground suit after all. Maybe.
It really depends on what we still need for our Sky Temple keys. I think we have 3 knowns at this point. We have Warriors Walk, not Battleground, Warriors Walk, Crossroads, and we saw another one somewhere else. DCR is actually going for those hints right now. Although Gollop might not be far behind him.
Oh, was it here in Grand Abyss?
Grand Wind Chamber, yes. That's number 3.
Grand Wind Chamber, right. Grand Abyss is completely different.
Yeah, that's a very annoying trick that I still have yet to master. Oh.
Yeah, Gollop thinking about it.
Stop it for a minute.
He has opened this pathway.
I think so.
Yeah.
What is that there in the War Ritual Grounds? It's not a key. It is a ball upgrade.
There's
Boost Ball.
There's Annihilator access.
Okay, so we had logical access to that since Dark Visor. And Gollop's about to get that too. Boost Ball right now is actually one of going to be great for various Sky Temple key hints.
Okay, Gollop, I guess, was hesitating because he wasn't sure if he wanted to get Sky Temple keys yet. But with 6 E-Tanks, he'll be fine.
Yeah, he'll definitely be able to get out. And we're finally going to get to see our remaining 6 unknowns. And here we go. Our remaining key hints are Feeding Pit. Both suits are required.
Yep.
Sank Temple access. That's... I think that is free.
Boost is definitely required, so he can get that.
Okay. Phase on grounds. That's
right.
free.
Yeah.
Wind Chamber we knew.
He was trying to write it down, being diligent.
Sentinel's Path, Annihilator Beam, and Echo Visor are required.
Damn. Vault.
Vault's
I hate that
free.
one. It is, it just takes forever.
And Transit Tunnel East, so Gravity Boost is required.
Well, it's basically everything required.
To logbook.
Yeah, this is actually going to be a full tracker seed.
Recording to logbook.
Except for Hive keys.
Recording to logbook.
Yeah, logically, ladies and gentlemen, Chica is once again required, twice in a row this week.
Recording
Nice.
to logbook.
I wonder if Dyceron feels comfortable. I know he can get to Transit Tunnel East item without uh, without gravity boost, but will he? I don't. That seems like one of the harder out of bounds to pull off. One of the more tedious ones.
Indeed. Right now, we're not. Amorbus himself is dead, but we're not sure about Mining Plaza. We didn't get the best look at it earlier. Although at this point, it's not Annihilator, so there really isn't much it could be. I don't think it was a
didn't really
visor.
look like Spider Ball, did it?
I don't think so. I don't think it looked like Echo Visor either.
Okay.
Gollop being Daredevil once again there, going under one energy tank.
6 E-tanks. Yeah, he could get a gold energy drop with like 120 or something. 140, I think.
Something along that line. With 700 health, yeah, that's about right.
Now this bomb space jump is pretty tricky. You kind of have to pull back to get the instant unmorph, but then you have to push away to not bonk your head on the ceiling. And then you have to hook around. Just stand on the corner of this glass here. And Dyceron makes it look easy.
Nicely done. Although, Grand Chamber, I do believe, is actually in logic with our current equipment anyway. But this does save a
yeah.
ton of time.
It might as well never be in logic for higher level players. Just don't bother ever doing the puzzle.
Yeah, I can attest to that puzzle not being pleasant, to say the least.
It's not terrible, it's just really long.
Pretty much.
Even the seeker missiles tend to cooperate with that puzzle, despite having to use them twice.
Indeed. Alright, so Dyceron knows now about the light suit, which we do know is required today. Gollop actually not knowing about the Battleground cache. This is actually going to probably bite him for quite some time. I can't foresee any reason for him to return to Aegon until he gets light suit.
Dyceron considering going to Phase on grounds now, but he knows this is Sky Temple Key, and he might want to come back later with Echo Visor to check Profane Path in case it has Spider Ball. And speaking of Spider Ball, that would be required to get Sync Entrance, but he could use Sync Entrance to get into Sanctuary Fortress.
Yes.
And he could just skip Spider Ball to get the item anyway, with Screw Attack. Spider Ball would suggest Sync Entrance, but I want to say it's... I think it's no, it's like easy or something to get it with the Screw Attack instead.
We're getting a Plaza check now from Gollop. Ooh, chat brings up a good point. That suit could be an Airy if Echo Visor comes first.
Yep.
Although, interestingly, Airy has not revealed itself too much in the entirety of this tournament. I think Dark Samus 2 has only been required a grand total of 2 times.
In brackets, yeah.
2 times in Swiss, never in the brackets. We've seen her a couple times, but she hasn't been required in the brackets.
Oh, Dark Samus. I don't know why I
Dark
was
Samus
thinking-
2, yeah.
I was thinking Torvis. Still got Chica on the brain.
Well, it's definitely on the runners' brains now that they know about Gravity Boost. So we are now still looking for 2. We're looking for 1 more Torvis key. I think Gollop does remember about the one in Cache. Well, both runners should. Yeah, I'm fairly certain he knowingly skipped that key earlier. And I think he's going back for it right now.
It might as well be the last one you get since it's on the way to Chica.
Yeah, it is. He might be
Who's
going to
cool?
Boost Guardian first.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. Yep.
Yeah, this makes a lot more sense too. A tough fight, especially still on Various Suit, but power bombs will still make this fight trivial for the most part.
Mm-hmm. Safety saving just in case the power bomb goes wrong.
Yeah, he's gonna have a couple of tries with his current health, and the fact that there is 400 free energy lying around in the Dark Torvus arena itself.
Maybe if he had more than one power bomb, he would consider skipping the save. Still, things happen.
And now Dyceron's gonna go for the phase on grounds key.
Just a missile tank in the half pipe.
And answer a question in chat, DCR did not check Cache yet. I don't think he didn't do the Dark Torvus dive.
Gollop basically getting right underneath Boost Guardian with that power bomb.
We do want to give a quick shout out real quick to Aubey, to our tracker, who has done a great job this evening pressing the buttons, making sure everybody knows who has what.
Making sure the buttons get sent through, not eaten. It's always a thing.
Yeah, the tracker's hungry no matter what time of day it is.
Same. Considering going to Cache, it's just going straight back to Light World. Don't need it right now,
Yeah, this is fair enough, and especially since the question really is going to become, where's that last Torvus key? And Dyceron going for Sank entrance here. Or heading in into Sank through Sank entrance, I should say.
I like it. You gotta
Yeah.
go to Sing somehow. I'm guessing Gollop's gonna head to Sink through Lower Torvus.
Yes, that is possible to do without Spider Ball. I don't believe it's in Logic and No Tricks, but it is absolutely possible.
It might be trivial. I think it's trivial to screw attack to the powerbomb door. I'm not sure.
Yeah, you basically just have to sort of skate around the statue.
There's also some standable terrain because it's Metroid Prime series.
GameCube Prime specifically.
Yeah.
After Prime 3 and Trilogy, that trend kind of disappeared. A bit unfortunate, but things happen. And looks like Dyceron is actually going to sequence break the Sanctuary entrance item without Spider Ball. Alright, let's have a look at Training Chamber here.
It would be interesting if it were Spider Ball. Give him immediate access, logical access to Sync. He didn't want to fall down there, but get his light ammo anyway. That'll help later, on Chica especially.
Oh yeah, Chica is quite the drain on light ammo, dark ammo especially, I find. And what is that in Sank entrance? I can't really quite see it.
Well, it looks like Dyceron wants it.
He wants
Nope,
the hint
he just
at
wants a
least.
hint.
Oh, the Echo Visor's in
Main
main
research,
research. That is actually, to these runners, that's free. They don't need Spider Ball for that.
Yeah, they don't need it. Although that means that Spider Ball will not be locked by Echo Visor in this seed.
Uh-oh. Oh, I think Gobb's game may or may not have just either that or his stream froze.
It looks like his stream froze.
I think his stream froze,
Okay.
yeah, because his timer froze. I got scared that his game might have crashed. We've seen a couple of those across this tournament. Ooh, Dyceron deciding to just go ahead and skip the quad and go straight for the reactor core item, which is more missiles. I'm wondering if we should tell Gollop in the SRL we lost his stream. Dyceron
Okay.
did not fully read that hint.
Yeah, it looks like Gold just had a connection issue, internet drop.
Okay. Hopefully we'll get him back in a second. Ideally, our runners will have a local recording running anyway, just in case something like this does happen. It looks like, however, Dyceron's going to go ahead and check the upper vault side using the staging area and the Dark Cat West. This is not a bad idea, honestly.
I like this route whenever I get a chance to do this. Just going backwards through the St. Louis.
Oh, actually, yeah, his connection's
Unique.
definitely dropped because we lost
he's
lost
back.
him in the SRL too.
Okay.
And he just got back in, so I think. Oh, yep, we got him back. And he's in Sanctuary.
So he must have his Echo Visor.
Indeed, he does. Now, did he come from the front or did he come from Aegon?
He went from Torvus, actually.
Well, actually, that makes
That's
a lot
where
of
we lost
sense.
him.
That's right, yeah, because it makes sense that he would go through main research, get the Echo Visor, and then come here. Oh, I think everyone's pausing because of the stream hiccup. Oh, and Gollop's frozen again. And Dyceron's going for the vault key now. Unfortunately, that Cobalt hint was for the Aegon key and Trial Tunnel, which did not help us at all, so yeah, thanks, game. Yeah, folks, we are working on ironing out Gollop's screen, so bear with us here as we try and sort this out. Must be the Resbits.
Okay, he's back.
And let's see where he went. He looks like he must have gone up through Cat West and has, or Cat East rather, and has gone up to Dynamo Works. Must have used Dark Visor Seekers to get through. I don't know if he checked Hive Gyro Chamber. Hive Dynamo Works itself is dead, and I could not see what was in the tunnel. Back in my day, we didn't need hints. I would assume Gollop probably checked Hive Gyro Chamber. He certainly had the equipment for it. Oh, Amber Translator hint. Thanks, game.
Getting a little bit of sync here. High-fiving.
Recording to log.
You know, with their current equipment, and actually, no, they need Spider Ball technically for Aerie, so Aerie's still off the table, luckily for them. I think
I've
Gollop
never
is...
tried doing it without Spider.
I think Gollop's trying to keep an eye on his stream, making sure it doesn't collapse again. I would imagine Dyceron, once he goes to Dark, once he gets around to saying Spider Side, will probably check Hive Gyro Chamber. And Gollop not stopping the second level of the gyro to have it prepared for the for busting it open just in case.
He has Echo Visor. I'm surprised he didn't get the key right then.
He's probably gonna get it on the way out.
I guess.
He has Sentinel's Path. Does he? Oh no, he doesn't have Annihilator Beam. He doesn't have Sentinel's Path access. So yeah, he's gonna get this on the way out probably. So yeah, he left. Oh, there's the suit.
Dyceron is going back to get main gyro right away. Interesting.
I can understand this play. You're most likely not going to be coming back here, especially since you already have Echo Visor and Annihilator, so you can go ahead and get Sentinel's Path routed into maybe Gamble Spider Guardian. I have to wager at this point, I don't think they're thinking about that Transit Tunnel East Sky Temple key. I think they expect to sequence break it.
Conveniently, that cannon shoots you right back to the door we came from anyway. So opting to go for the bomb space gem method.
Yeah, this is a little faster than waiting for the cannon.
I don't know, it does kill the quad.
Yeah, that is one thing. Although the cannonball is especially funky on quads.
It just deletes the legs.
Yeah, case in point. It usually, like, properly KOs them when you get into the cannon right away, but, yeah, if you tap them with cannonball while they're weak, they just literally pop out of existence. They just go, whoop! And Dyceron is going to go get that light suit now out of the temple.
They're just,
They're really literally just looking for Spider Ball, that's it.
Spider Ball and a third Torvus key.
And even then, that third Torvus key could potentially be skipped if they don't want to, if they out of bounds Transit Tunnel East.
Yeah.
So now comes the next major question. Where is that Spider Ball?
Is Quad fully dead yet?
We're not sure. But even then, Quad himself can't have Spider Ball.
True. Or Umos, for that matter.
Yeah, Umos can't have Spider Ball, rather. Annihilator was in Sand Cache. Sand Processing, yeah. Sand cache. Wrong sand. I would explain why I don't like sand, but I don't think anyone wants to hear it.
Yeah. The thing would say in their eyes, the Lumineth are evil.
They are lost. All right, jokes aside, Dyceron is actually going to give us our Sank map station check. Yeah, with Light Suit, we actually, with all the stuff we've already found, we're able to check a surprisingly large amount of the game. See, there's a lot of places where a Spider Ball could actually wind up at this point. Ooh, that's a nice.
That bonk.
Yeah, I didn't know that was a thing either. The Gollop is having some trouble ascending this ascending Dark Cat West here.
I think that bonk saves less than a second. It still looks cool. And it does save time anyway.
To answer a question, chat, we have not seen a Umos 2 hint yet. But at this point, there isn't much Umos 2 could have that would mean anything, especially since we found...
It could have a third Torvus key,
It could.
right? Eesh.
Be rude if it did. We're gonna get to see, we're now gonna get to see the, Spider's treasure checks that we kind of had, kind of missed out on while Gollop had a hiccup.
That's not Spider Ball. Oh, this will... We'll also get to see, Hive Gyro.
That is true. I'm not sure how he got tossed off the platform there.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, okay. So,
The ball pushes you off pretty far.
Okay.
Somehow.
so it might actually be. I'm not sure if if it's safe to assume that Gollop picked up that key yet. I would say we'll have to wait for him to check his map after he goes to Torvus again.
Or if he gets close enough. Well,
All right, Dyceron's probably looking for that hint in main research that he missed, because I sure as heck didn't see it. Yeah, that's the thing you might have noticed with the text for those hints, is that they are now grouped by location in the logbook and color, which is quite useful for quality of life. Nice ammo refill there from the knife barbs.
actually, come to think of it, Hydro can't have anything.
That is
All
true.
we're looking for is Spider.
That is true. Spider Ball can't be there. And it looks like it's another cheeseburger. Gollop must have not gotten that because he's still running 7.
Gollop on the other end doesn't know where Annihilator is.
Annihilator or Light Suit for that matter.
Right.
Could.
Right, he's got his dark suit here.
You could. Spider Ball be in Hive entrance. I think it could. You don't need Spider
Yeah.
Ball to get up there, do you?
Nope. Light suit, screw attack, power bombs.
And Dark Visor, that's it.
Yeah, dark visor.
Interesting. Gollop remembering. Gollop wants to. He's gonna try gravityless lower Torvis.
Nice screw attack into that, like over that spider track by Dyceron.
Yeah, that's a really tight. That's a tight window. Conveniently, though, screw attack does turn you into a morph ball, pretty much. Apparently, it is a morph ball. I learned recently that if you remove the morph ball, you actually can't screw attack. Like if you menu mod it off, for example.
Also, a fun fact: Spider Ball in vanilla could be a Spider Ball location in Rando.
Oh yeah, vanilla spider ball. I'm sure our runners would love to see that.
I've never seen that outside of starting location Rando. We're gonna get our storage A check as well. Probably. Nope.
Alright, Gollop showing us our hints. Oh! That helps! So we are in no mode, ladies and gentlemen. We have to fight Grapple Guardian for Spider Ball. Grapple Guardian, though, is not a particularly difficult boss. Wow, so Torvis had almost all of the goods here. Torvis had Dark Visor, main power bombs. Dark Visor was the key to Boost Ball. It had one of the suits. At this point, the only... So this is actually really interesting. Both of our runners have checks that they're gonna be a while getting back to, I feel. Because Gollop, I feel like, isn't gonna come back to Dark Aegon anytime soon for the Battleground suit. Dyceron, I can't foresee when he's going to lower Torvis.
It probably won't be too long, honestly. There's still... Like, he has the Torvis key, he got another Torvis key, and he knows where the last one is. Right?
Very true.
Does he know where the last one is?
He does. He did read the cache hint, because it was an Emerald hint in Upper Torvis, I think,
Okay.
somewhere.
So yeah, he can go to Chica, get Gravity Boost, and then explore Lower Torvis for free. Though I don't know if you consider the cost of a Chica fight free.
Yeah, Chica's going to take time, especially since with both of our runners out of Sank now, it's probably unlikely that they're going to go out of bounds and try for Cannonball.
Dyceron demonstrating that you can boost into Phazon crates to explode them in your face.
It still hurts, though.
Oh, does it? It didn't quite do 80 damage, I noticed. Or maybe he just... No, it didn't do 80 damage. He still had... Oh, he might
It
have...
did about, it did about 75-ish.
Oh, okay.
Especially with the playback. Yeah, those Phazon canisters hurt. Actually, it's going to be interesting to see where Gollop decides to go next after Grapple Guarding, because Spider Ball might actually push him back to Sanctuary, which is not going to be that great.
Wow, Dyceron not bonking on that wall that extends way further than it looks like. Pretty good work.
Yeah, not too bad at all, really.
I always bonk there, so I just always activate the elevator on the first pass.
With this, Dyceron's key count is 7. His two remaining keys are...
Transport Tunnel East? Transit Tunnel East?
Yeah, Transit Tunnel East and... Where was that last
Sentinel's
one?
Path?
No,
we
he
already
got
that.
Sentinels. He got Wind Chamber. He had 7
He
keys left.
eventually got Temple Access.
Yeah, he got temple access, he got wind chamber, he got vault, he got um, sentinel's path.
There's got to be tortoise somewhere, right?
I think it is. It's a key that Gollop got that, oh no, Gollop didn't get key to D-threaded. Never mind. And he just got the feeding pit key too, so I feel like I'm still missing one somewhere. Unless that was his key 8, and he's just going to go out of bounds for key 9 in Transit Tunnel East. In which case, this seat's going to be over soon.
Mm-hmm.
Gollop is going all the way down to Hydro Chamber storage to look for that light suit. And it ain't there.
Where are you going, Dyceron? He is... Okay, he is going to...
Yeah, he still doesn't know about Spider Ball, so for all he knows, Gravity Suit could be Gravity Boost could be locked in Spider Ball. Because, yeah, that Torvus key wasn't locked by Spider Ball. Hazing Cliff doesn't need it. Alright, looks like Gollop not finding, well, he's not going to find anything particularly crazy now in the Undertemple against Powerbomb Guardian here, since we know where pretty much everything is.
Yep.
But yeah, not counting Inghive keys and, to a lesser extent, the Morbus keys, this was a pretty full tracker seed. All major items required. Well, except Cobalt. I think you could have.
not quite done yet. He still needs to find Spider Ball, and the hint for Spider Ball is in Lower Torvus, like just a couple rooms away.
Yeah, he's gonna get that hint real soon. Yeah, unfortunately, Upper Dark Torvus not really having a lot to, not a lot to talk about. But now we are going to see our Chica fight. So I have already tacked on Chica to my tally for today.
Check this power bomb real quick.
Yeah, of all the things that surprisingly do work on Chica, Power Bombs is not one of them.
Yeah. He's got plenty of ammo. We're probably going to see some Annihilator strats here.
I wouldn't be surprised if we did. I think Annihilator has considerably more DPS than Dark Beam.
Boy, does it. All of the beam weapons are neutral.
Gets the super missile shot in the belly during the leap. And to answer a question, chat, Chica is guarding the gravity boost today. And with a key in Transit Tunnel East, it is logically required. deciding to go for the more conventional super missile strategy against Chica, probably knowing it was going to be a 2-cycle anyway.
Yeah, it is possible to kill it in that first cycle if you get him to jump.
Yeah, it requires some really good button mashing and RNG with Annihilator. I did not know that the detonation flowers can hold power bombs. But yeah, this makes a lot of sense. And chat points out he's conserving ammo for Chica, which makes yeah, especially dark beam ammo. It's gonna be a pain in the backside for Chica Phase 2 if he doesn't cooperate with you. Not the case today, though, it looks like. Very quick Phase 1 Chica for Dyceron here. He's not even going to have to reload light ammo later down the road. Ooh, Gollop is going back to Battleground. This is good news for him. This will give him his light beam. Light suit, rather. And he's right in front of Feeding Pit, too, which is actually quite convenient. He hasn't had to leave any keys behind as a result of lack of items. Except for Sentinel's Path.
And he'll probably have his Annihilator pretty soon, which will put him in go
That
mode,
will put him in proper... Well, besides the Gravity Suit snafu. The Gravity Boost... Yeah, Gravity Suit's not in this game. The Gravity Boost snafu.
He'll just have to go straight to Chica and get Gravity Boost and go straight to his last key, or his last keys, I guess.
Yeah, the only thing is he's got to go back for the cache key. He's got to pick up... I don't think he picked up... well, it might be a safe bet he picked up the Hazing Cliff key. We're not sure because the stream kind of had an issue during that time. Oh yeah, gee, thanks game. We have all the Torvis Temple keys. I wonder how we got here in the first place.
Probably
yeah, those. To be fair, those prompts are meant to pop up the nanos, to pop up when you get a regular key. But since we have prompts turned off for item pickups, that never triggers. So it just triggers at the next possible time.
Yeah, the result of the item get dialogue box being removed is that number one, those don't those kind of hint things telling you have all the keys don't pop up until later, and also there are a couple of rooms where it matters. Getting super missiles, for example, won't teleport you anymore to the middle of the room.
Okay.
And getting the screw attack item involved will not reload the room, so your beam shot can still hit. The door.
Yeah, can I be honest? I've never actually done the puzzle intentionally for a long time now. Although I did have a one-way elevator seat a while back. Oh, there's an Annihilator for Gollop, and that should put him... He's going to check his key hints and realize what's up. So yeah, I think Gollop just realized that he's in gravityless go mode. We'll see if he pulls off the out of bounds for Transit Tunnel East, because if he does and gets the key, that is going to save a tremendous amount of time over Dyceron for fighting Chica.
I kind of doubt it. I reckon it is probably one of the harder out of bounds.
Very true.
You have to be fairly precise in where you stand when you load that room, because you have to load the room around you so you can kind of clip into the tube and then walk back out.
Interesting. Ooh, Dyceron missed the boost ball, missed the power bomb. It's all right though. With light suit, he'll take he'll be pretty much a-okay. Yeah, I think, in my experience, the ideal way to fight Boost Guardian is to let him attack you, and he'll immediately, you know, go into goop form, then hit him with the power bomb, because he can't transform in goop form, like so. And he doesn't get lurched back when that happens either. So yeah, Boost Guardian not cooperating with DCR here.
Yeah, for him to start his boost phase, he must be in his standing form as well as far enough away from him. So being close to him is enough as well.
Interesting. But third time's the charm, down he goes. Alright, Gollop is going back for the Sentinel's Path Key. I'm trying to remember what the other key Dyceron's missing is, and I still can't. I'm still drawing a blank here. Dyceron did save some time, though, getting to Boost Guardian by doing the BSJ to skip going all the way around to Torvis to Meditation Vista. I don't think he actually never checked the Plaza. Gollop only checked the Plaza access, but couldn't check Plaza itself due to no Spider Ball.
And Dyceron doesn't have Spider Ball right now anyway, so since that's all he's looking for, he's not even going to bother.
Makes sense. Gollop's backup routing, honestly, getting back to Aegon when he did, would like to go to Battleground, has actually done him quite a few favors, because he was able to perfectly route in Annihilator Beat and the Feeding Pit Key. Alright, he's warping to start now. He's probably getting that Grand Wind Chamber Key.
As well as Phase on Grounds, probably.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the unfortunate thing about Phase on Grounds is that it is literally on the other end from the landing site. So this is going to be a long walk. I think it might actually be... Is it faster to take the temple, I wonder? I don't think so.
Probably not. I think he could have gone backwards. Well, actually, if he takes the temple, he could get Phase on Grounds on the way.
Yeah, I think he's just going to walk around. I think it might be faster than taking 2 elevators.
I'm really not sure.
Now, the Spider Ball hint was in Gathering Hall, so Dyceron's got to get to Gathering Hall. Oh, the hint in Training Chamber that Gollop didn't check was for Aegon Key 1. Thanks, game. Yeah, the hints...
3 hints for those.
Yeah, the hints have been really... There have been some good hints, but most of them today, not that particularly spectacular. The suit hint was nice, and the Spider Ball hint was great news for Dyceron. Or, for Gollop, rather.
Oh, this is the one. Oh, no. No, it's not. This is one of the 2 that Dyceron didn't get. We knew that already.
Yeah. He's probably going to check Transit Tunnel South really quick. Oh, and we get the Yumos hint, but we already knew Yumos was dead.
So technically, Dyceron knows of a way to beat Emperor Ing without Spider Ball, but I don't think he wants to.
Yeah, especially if it's a time-consuming one and one that you're not particularly practiced with. It is amazing those phase-on canisters did not detonate right in front of Gollop's face there.
Yeah.
So Gollop's remaining 2 keys are Wind Chamber and the Transit Tunnel East keys. He's heading towards Wind Chamber now, most likely.
Momentarily, Dyceron's gonna be in the mode.
Yep. 3, 2, 1. Good hit.
Where are you going, Dyceron? The portal's right there.
Good question. You know what he might be doing? He might be actually trying to BSJ up to Grapple Guardian's room from the other side.
Yeah, you could do that from Torture Chamber, I think it's called, in Gathering Hall, Dark World.
Yeah. I think what he's... I think he's just more comfortable doing it from this side.
I guess so.
And yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this is how you were supposed to do Grand Wind Chamber. It's the Dark Catacombs that's Torture Chamber. No, that's Dungeon. Oh, jeez.
You could also just screw attack to bonk off a wall and get up there as well. But as Dyceron shows, you could just do it with bombs as well.
Yeah, he's got to unfortunately have this door open so the camera cooperates. Like so. He is going to have to reload this room, though, because right now it's not set in the Grapple Guardian layer.
I wonder if Torture Chamber to the central room would be faster. Because you have to reload the room anyway. You have to go in through the front room.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Nice use of missiles. You know, if Dyceron already has all the Sky Temple keys, he could just save warp straight from Dark World.
If that is the case. Yeah, if that's the case. Actually, we're going to know right now when he gets this Spider Ball. Because that'll trigger the all keys collected prompt. There you go. He does have all of his...
Off he goes. This will be a nice sub 2 with Chica required.
Yeah, that's not a bad time overall. Although this seed, to be fair, did give... There really wasn't a lot of hunting for stuff this time around.
Yeah, not too much back and forth.
Yeah, Torvis especially gave us practically everything. It gave us Spider Ball, it gave us Dark Visor, main power bombs. Torvis and Aegon were both pretty loaded today. Alright, where's Gollop going now?
I don't know. He does have boost ball.
He's going to Sky Temple. I know he didn't get the Transit Tunnel East key.
Must have slipped his mind.
Unless I
Did he not
completely
scan
missed.
it? Maybe he missed one hint.
Maybe? I could have sworn I saw him pick it up. Yeah, I'm puzzled by this. Unless He did transit tunnel east out of bounds before coming to Sky Temple. Or before when his stream hicked up.
Nope.
Oh yeah, no, he didn't. We're good.
That's unfortunate. Well, he's not.
Yeah, he never picked up the hint. Yeah,
Dang.
that's gonna be a big F for him. Oof. Yeah, I thought maybe that when his stream had a hiccup, he might have gone out of bounds to grab the key, but then I realized he was already in Sanctuary when that happened, or taking an elevator.
I don't think that necessarily cost him the race, though. I think he still would have been a bit behind.
Yeah, the late trip to get the double dip to Aegon. Well, he had to double dip Aegon anyway to go back for the light suit. But yeah, DCR, despite having some early game slowdowns, did end up finding everything along the way.
Okay, I think I saw 2 keys on Gollop's screen in Torvald's map.
Yeah, so he got the key in Hazing Cliff. He's gonna go for Cache now, probably. Nice one-cycle Emperor. With all the ammo we've been picking up today, this Emperor fight should be pretty much a cakewalk.
Boom!
Yeah, not a bad Emperor 2 fight so far from Dyceron.
Oh, he didn't jump. Reset.
Put quite a dent in him, though.
Nice.
And 3 screws, down goes Emperor 3.
Well, that's how a pro does Emperor Ing 3.
That is just about how everybody's done Emperor 3 this tournament. Alright, let's see if we do get a Dark Samus 4 skip from Dyceron. Dark Samus 4 skip has been pretty prevalent throughout this tournament, although she's been also been kind of 50-50, but she's we've had some quick kills and some not so quick kills.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly 300 damage. Any more and it would send her into DS4.
Yeah, DCR don't want that.
DCR taking a bit of a phase-on bath here.
Gets a fairly good screw attack there, and then hasn't gotten centered quite yet, and no, centered it almost immediately. Still a good 40% screw attack hit.
This will be a 2-round, I think.
Yeah, this definitely won't be much longer.
It might be 3 rounds.
I think it needs to be 2 shots, but I think Dark Samus will come down at one point, allowing
Okay, it's gonna be a 2.
allowing the finisher.
Gollop just entering the chick pit hut.
And Dark Samus 4 is given the final blow, and ladies and gentlemen, DCR has finished this race in first place with an official SRL time of 1:54.08. And the Gollop has chosen, after a little extra time later, to forfeit the race. GG by both of our runners. That was quite the show tonight. And we're joined up here in the booth by Dyceron. Dyceron, GG to you.
Oh my gosh. That spider ball placement, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was an interesting one. We're not used to seeing spider ball go mode.
I was like panicking. I was like, where? Because it could have been anywhere. There's so many checks left. I'm like, I can't do this.
Not quite anywhere. It couldn't have been behind Echo, because we needed Spider to get Echo. But other than that, pretty much.
But yeah, that was. Yeah, actually, I don't know. I don't think I made too many routing mistakes. I think I made a good route for once.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Gollop,
well, other than the beginning,
Yeah.
it was pretty clean throughout the rest of the throughout the rest of the run. Great job.
yeah, Gollop ended up going to Torvis before you did. You decided to go to Sanctuary and loop around from Spider side around. And Gollop decided to go through Torvis entrance much earlier. I imagine you the powerbomb hint persuaded you.
Where was that hint again?
It was the one in the Path of Eyes.
Oh.
The room right before Torvis entrance.
I don't know. Maybe. I took the daring play of going through like entrance because I was like, I'm right there, getting the keys. So I was like, why not? It worked out because I got the Echo Visor hint, which was really good.
Yeah, Torvis actually did have a surprisingly good number of items, including it had Dark Visor, which led to Boost Ball. It had main power bombs. It had Screw Attack. It had some good stuff.
Me deciding to get sand processing early, I don't know if that actually paid off. I mean, I guess it did because I didn't have to backtrack, which was good for
Yeah, you
Annihilator.
were able to get Sentinel's Path first trip.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is actually one thing that did cost Gollop a bit of time, is that he did not get Annihilator right away. He also didn't get Light Suit right away. He didn't get the ink cache hint in Central Mining Station because he picked up the item before loading the in the first layer. So he didn't know about Light Suit until the second dip, which very conveniently, as he was going to get Light Suit, it was before Feeding Pit. So he did end up being able to route in Light Suit and Annihilator efficiently, but that still meant going back to Sank for the Sentinel's Path key.
Yeah, once I got Dark Visor, I just booked it back to the suit because, it was worth it. And then I got the hints for the Sky Temple keys, which honestly, they weren't in bad spots. I mean, when I saw TTE, I was like, come on, Chica. Of course.
Yeah, we honestly are surprised nobody decided to go out of bounds for that one.
Yeah,
I wasn't too surprised. Is that one of the harder ones?
I don't know if... Oh, yes. Transit Tunnel East requires pausing constantly to delay the room loads. You can, grab the item as the room loads.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
I'm more
Probably even
familiar
harder on Nintendo with the faster loads, right?
Yeah, you'd have to even be harder. So it's not worth it. It's not as easy as... It's not like Transit Tunnel South where you can just easily do it.
Yeah, I'm more familiar with the Transit Tunnel South out of bounds personally. I think we saw it. I think it was actually during the THK Bash Prime match at the end of Swiss. We saw the Transit Tunnel South out of bounds.
I did that in my initial race against Gollop earlier in this section of the tournament, but by the time
Diggle did it as well.
that was the seed that I took. Like Sanctuary and Torvis were both open, and I chose Sanctuary because of Screw Attack hint, and then that costed me. So, but yeah, no out of bounds needed this time around. It looks like.
Yeah, we haven't seen it so much through brackets. We saw a little bit of it, but yeah, most of it is just following logic and
having to
not necessarily in order, but
Wow, no Morbus, no Quad, no Spider, no PB Guardian. Feels pretty good.
Chica.
But Chica.
Yeah,
No
thankfully
real
that was
opportunity to get Cannonball either, huh? Sorry.
Yeah.
Thankfully Chica was the only boss tonight. Yeah, my Chica's twice in a row this week though for Chica. She was needed Sunday and tonight.
Yeah, I kept thinking in the back of my mind when I was looking for Spider, I was like, I never checked storage. I never checked storage A. And I was like, I hope it's not there.
I don't think Gollop went to Mining Station B at all, actually, now that I think about it.
That trip was useless. I mean, I got a useless hint, unfortunately.
Yeah, the hints were kind of 50-50 today.
There were
But,
some pretty good ones. A lot of Torvis hints were pretty good. Like,
Yeah,
well,
when I
it told you Spider Ball was like a few rooms away.
That was nice. So I didn't have to full clear, even though I was pretty much full cleared, I guess. But yeah,
Gave you a main research hint, I believe.
Yeah, the main research hint was definitely pretty
Or no,
well placed.
That was Sink Entrance.
Sink entrance?
Yeah.
Oh,
it was
my
still
bad.
good.
Yeah, it was right around the corner, so...
I like that play to go into Sink entrance when you basically had access to all of Sanctuary. You got to go there somehow, right?
Yeah. Was it a surprise when I decided to take staging area to get to Upper Sank instead
That
of
was
going
neat.
the other way?
I like that.
I figured I'd try it. I was right there already.
I mean,
It-
whatever
it's a
allows you to
unique
skip... Whatever allows you to skip Caretaker Drone, I mean... I mean, you couldn't even do that without Spider Ball anyway.
I mean, it turns out there was like nothing even on that. Oh no, there was one Torvis key and he's in Cliff. That was it.
Yeah.
That side was empty.
Well, with this, you will be going on to face Bash Prime in the final round of the losers bracket, day 2 be determined. And after that, whoever wins that match has punched their ticket to the finals to face off against Jagger G.
Yeah, I think you two are the only ones with 100% times in the tournament.
Yeah, probably. That'll be fun.
Well, no, I think Kirby does as well.
All right, Kirby does, yes.
I've technically done 100% runs, but I'm not on the leaderboard. Because it was like 3 hours.
And it looks like Gollop might not be joining us in the booth, but he does wish GG to Dyceron and does wish him good luck. So, again, GG's to both of our runners who have put on a great show for you today. If you have not already, definitely give both of these runners a follow. And also... Sorry, trying to do two things at once, but also we want to shout out Op82, our tracker this evening, who has done a great job making sure everybody knows who has what, especially considering how much stuff was popping in through Aegon and Torvis. And Jagger, it was a pleasure joining you up here in the booth today.
Same. And thanks for reminding me this was happening.
No problem.
Forgot it was Tuesday.
Good luck. Good luck to both of you in your remaining matches.
Thanks.
Thank you.
But with that said, ladies and gentlemen, we will be calling it a night here. So thank you all for watching. Have a good rest of your evening, and we will see you next time. See you next mission.